myself, Dr. Fidgeto, and my good man, Callie Comics. How are you, Callie?
Yeah, not too bad. I wished it was the start of the weekend and not the end of one, but it's yeah, can't complain. And just for again disclosure here, as we was talking before stream, I've got a new kit coming because I didn't expect to be someone that was going to be doing some stuff on YouTube. So I think I've got a video Shane has kindly said about a light ring light.
Yep, yep.
And a few bits of kit. So because I appreciate it looks like I'm like staging some sort of horror scene here in the UK with the darkness and the dim lit. So
No worries, brother. No worries. We are just glad to have you here. We always have good conversation, good vibes, and good guests. I am super excited to have you grab that and whatever additional that you want to grab. But as always, as long as we have you here, Callie, that's all we need, realistically. Yeah.
just one question as well. Are
Sure.
you doing it today? Is there an announcement for you personally today?
I think I'm gonna do it after the stream, since because you know what, I gotta do my the one that you did for me. So I'll probably
Yeah,
do it after the stream.
yeah, that's fine. No, that's okay. That keep people yeah waiting. So
Yes. So today, guys, we are very excited to bring to you one of VeVe royalty, as far as not only all things Disney, all things VeVe, all things events. We have the lovely, talented Miss VeVe Magic that is going to be joining us. But for those of you who don't know VeVe Magic, she is a super sweet, super awesome, um, well-informed super Disney fan. So she has not only the digital side, but also the physical collecting as well. So we wanted to bring her on. So without further ado, let's bring up Miss VeVe Magic.
Hello.
Hi, Magic. How are you?
I'm wonderful. And I completely agree with Kelly Comics that I also wish it was the beginning of the weekend and not the end. But I am very happy to be spending the end of my weekend with you guys. So thank you for having me on.
Well, we are excited and thank you for coming on. So you are our first lady guest, and we hope to have many more. And also you are the first piece of VeVe royalty, VeVe Magic, because I remember coming into the community and just watching the videos with you and Sil and Chad and comics and crypto, and so I tend to watch those over and over again. So just FYI, especially Disney Golden Moments, because obviously I'm a huge fan. But we are super excited to have you on today to talk about not only the digital side of collecting, but physical side of collecting as well, because you are kind of like you're our tour to the Disney world as we know it, whether it be in-person events, pins, cruises, parks.
Mm,
So super excited to have you and to chat with you a little bit.
I'm
So
looking forward
with that,
to it.
now, Vivi, without further ado, for those who don't know you, would you mind sharing a little bit about yourself and a little bit about your journey and background?
Sure. I came into the community back in, well, I started kind of peeking around March of 2021 and didn't really share my voice. I was an observer for quite some time until right around golden moments. And that's when Sil encouraged me to like share some Disney knowledge and my love of that fandom with the community. And yeah, so I started popping into spaces and speaking on spaces, and then started a YouTube channel. I didn't know what I was doing, but I was like, I don't know, I'll just throw some stuff out there and see if people like it. And just really fell in love with the community. And I went to my first event, which was the first event that Dan and David ever went to. Um, and that was a very daunting experience, but I just was like addicted after that. And then my next event after that was I traveled to Europe and went to London to meet complete strangers. It sounds really crazy, but yeah, I really fell in love with these events and meeting people that you talk to every day, but you don't really get to have any sort of actual relationship with them other than through digital format. And so events to me has always been like a passion because I get to finally meet these people in person, put faces to the names, and develop the real side of that connection, which is funny because it's kind of also talking about like digital collecting versus physical. Like they both mean something, but being able to have those together gives you even more of an appreciation and love for something. And that's how I feel about the community. I love all of my digital relationships and all the friends that I've met, but when I can piece together that physical part, um, it solidifies those bonds and those friendships. And yes, that was my journey. I just started going to all these events and working the booths and really loved every moment of it. It's hard, exhausting, tiring work, but when you love something, you don't work. Like it's what you love. And then fast forward, I was able to become a team member, doing exactly what I love. So yeah, it's been a
And well
wild ride.
deserved.
Well, we
Yes.
spoke with Video Shane yesterday, and we asked the question about like how he first found VeVe, and I think he's one of the only people, if not the only person I've ever known that he actually found it on the basis of actual collecting. He
Oh,
was, I think, probably early mid 2021. He found it because he was here just to collect from the start. Like, I can't say that was me. I was introduced from a consortium of Brits who were here for more the investment side and then fell in love with the digital collecting. But how did you originally find the app? Was it through any particular means at all?
No, it was through my brother-in-law still. He was always just super into looking into future tech,
Mm,
and he was always an avid collector, collected all sorts of different things. And I feel like he found this, and I think he actually found Vivi before Omi, which is kind of rare in the in the
Very much
landscape
so.
for a lot of our collectors out there. And he was just adamant that like, please check this out. Like this is something very, very unique and very special. I've not seen anything like this before, and like I just implore you to check it out. And I remember being very hesitant, but at the same time, like he doesn't ever tell me what to do. So, and he's a very, very smart man and very
mhm,
well researched. So I was like, I'll give it a look. But it took me a while to buy in and like really, really understand what he saw. But I did get
mhm.
there eventually.
And speaking of that, because I know that you have a ton of physical collectibles in your home, which we'll take a look at some of it. But at this point, how many collectibles roughly do you have that you've acquired?
Are we talking physical or digital?
Let's talk digital first, really quick, and then we're
Alright.
gonna go to your
Oh,
physical.
I can tell. I think it's 1751, something around that number. Not that I'm stalking your account, but Stackart is very useful.
That's not creepy at all. No, just kidding.
No.
Um, yeah, so I have 289 sets. I have 1,166 collectibles and 408 comics.
Nice,
As you can
nice.
see,
And
I lean towards the collectible side more than the comics. That's just me, my preference.
I do as well. I do as well. So no worries there. And I believe that you said, and I'm thinking on your stream with Randy, you have 6 partner statues at this point.
Yeah, I think so. I want
Wow.
another one too. Favorite.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with the partner statue. I'm sorry, you just can't go wrong with it.
It's so funny because like, I remember when it came out and wanting to hit that drop so bad and being in like one, it was hard, but also physically I was in a place where like I didn't have Wi-Fi. I was literally sitting on top of a horse, like trying to buy this item. And I was so upset. And I just, oh God, I remember it clear as day thinking that the market's going to do what the market does. Like everything rushes up at first. And then like, if you just wait a day, it'll come down. And that evening, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna chill. I think it was like 2K or something like that going into the evening. And I was like, I'm gonna relax and wait for the market to cool. Like I'm not gonna jump the gun. And I always put my phone on do not disturb at night because like don't wake me up. That's that's not good for anybody. And Sil was blowing up my phone trying to wake me up because he stayed up watching that market all night long. And he's like, "You gotta
Jeez.
get it now. You gotta get it now. You gotta get it now." And I wake up and it's $6,000.
Mm, wow.
And you know what? Like for me, it wasn't about like the return on investment. Like that piece for me is literally one of the most, in my opinion, like for me, from my collecting standpoint, like the piece I value the most on the app. And I was like, I don't care. I have to have it. And so yeah, I paid a lot. And then we got into the bear market. We got into, things going down a little bit. And I just saw it like I didn't see that. I didn't look at my collectible and be like, oh, it's not worth like what I paid for anymore. I looked at it like now I have the opportunity to be where I wanna be because I remember, like, that day, Sil had bought, like, 4, I think, and he was just buying off the market, and he ended up having 8, and I think he may have even had 8 full sets, and I remember being
Jeez.
so envious, and that was early in
Yeah.
this drop, and I remember being so envious of that, and I like, that's kinda I'm proud of myself because I'm like, "He would be so proud of me because like, I'm doing that, but, like, now I'm definitely DCAing, and I'm really passionate about that piece."
Awesome. Awesome.
I
Now, Magic.
just think,
Oh, go ahead, Callie.
no, I was going to say, I'm interested. 'Cause I actually am still to get my partners. It will happen at some point. And I see when it went down to something like 950 gems, which was probably about 3, 4 months ago, which I thought was
Wild.
obscenely low. And just looking at Stackar now, again, not financial advice for anyone's watching, and please don't buy it because I might do, but I think it's at just over $1,200, which again is just, for me, is just far too low for what the potential that has. And like you said, it's not all about the investment, just the heritage that piece has um, is incredible.
It's a very historical thing for me. Like, I literally walk in the park, and I see that at the center of the park every single time I walk in, and it's literally Walt Disney.
Yeah.
Like,
Do you
it's
think
like
do you think the reality is like it is a minuscule amount of Disney collectors and Disney fans that know this even exists?
oh, I mean, that's how I feel. I don't know if that's factual or not. I feel like there's certain pieces on this app, for people who are avid into Disney. And again, like, you have to understand there's also the acceptance of digital collectibles. Like, that's a
Mhm.
big thing, right? Like, people still like, are they going to accept something as being valuable that's in digital format and it's not a physical piece that they can hold in their hands or put on their shelf? Um, but I do think that it is, if you reach the right audiences, it's gonna land. I mean, I still to this day, my favorite event in terms of my feeling of success was our D23 event
Mhm.
because you showed people, we would ask them like, what's your favorite Disney character? And we would show them on the app, and they would literally just be like, oh my God, this is amazing. So when you can connect genuine fandom with people, it lands so much better. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think if we come from the standpoint of like, this is an investment and this is going to be worth this potentially, you lose people. But if you gear it towards people really who love to collect stuff, and this is just a new medium, you can take it with you anywhere you want to go. You can display it. You can take pictures with it. I just think that this technology is still to be discovered by a lot of
Mm.
people. That's my
Yeah,
feeling on it.
I'll make you exactly right. And I think when someone, like you said, understands the collecting potential with this, and you remove the VeVe Vault value and the investment side, you can pick up now, you even like the lenticular cards that come out,
Mm,
which is still one of my favorite Disney pieces on the app.
they're so
But
cute.
you can go and probably round off that set, sub $100, or probably not far off that. Um, but yeah, I think we're in this same. I say it with Star Wars fans all the time. There's a lot of Star Wars guys and gals out there that are huge fans, and I think if they knew, like the recent drop with the Book of Boba Fett and the movie props, like if they knew that existed, I was picking up the Boba Fett movie prop helmet for like $1.50.
Yeah.
It's so I think the good thing is the entry point is low right now. It's just probably just a matter of time, 5+ years maybe, but time.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So Magic, let's start getting into your physical items that you have, but then also like how long have you been a Disney fan and kind of share with us like I know that you did the Disney cruise, I know that you go to the parks all the time. Kind of just indulge us in all of those fun things that you do that make you so unique.
For sure. So I went to Disneyland when I was like probably I have pictures. I was probably I don't know, 5 or 6, with my family and just did like the, introduction into Disney. And then I had a family member who worked under the Disney company. And so I would go, it's my favorite aunt. I just love spending time with her. And so we would go to the parks and we would have a lot of fun. And through college, when I'd come home to visit, I would go to the parks. And I wouldn't say I was, like, super avid back then. I just really enjoyed it, and then I went, with my son and actually Phil's wife, when my son was well, we took him when he was 3 months old. I'm crazy, I know. And obviously, he's not gonna know anything that's going on. But I went again when he was 9 months old, and I just will never forget the the love and excitement that I felt watching my child who is, barely talking, but like just to see sorry, I have cats.
You're fine.
I,
I got
I
fur
hope you've
babies
got cats.
and children.
Yeah.
Cats are going crazy at the moment. Sorry. Um but just seeing him enjoy it and have this just like look of wonder, it completely changed the experience for me. And I was like, "I don't want this to ever stop. I wanna continue to make these amazing memories." And, I bought an annual pass, and then, he was in preschool, like, twice a week, so I would go almost every other week, probably every other week with him by myself, and we just built memories, and that is where my fandom into it, like, really kicked off. Like, I was just like, "This place makes me happy. This place makes me feel good. This place, brings me joy and creates memories for me." And so that's how I got just, like, um, obsessed. And then, I wanted to do all the experiences. I wanted to try a Disney cruise, and that did not I've done 2 now. I'm actually looking at booking a 3rd. That did not disappoint. I wanted to go to other parks. I had been to Florida, but I've now been to Florida many more times. I got to go to Disneyland Paris twice. Like, that was, literally on the bucket list for me. Like, I didn't think I'd ever be able to do that. Now I wanna go to every single park. I wanna knock that all off the bucket list. I wanna do more cruises. I wanna do Adventures by Disney, which is a whole, like, travel agency they have. Like, I wanna do all the
Oh,
things just because they make an unforgettable, magical, wonderful experience for their guests, and that's what I'm in love with it.
Mm. Oh,
fair
you
enough.
are spoiled over in the US for having like the Disney parks there, because here in the UK we do have theme parks, but they absolutely suck. Like we've got the one local to us is probably an hour's drive. It's called Pleasurewood Hills, and it's got Woody the I don't know beaver or something like that. And it's fun when you're a kid, but when you're an adult and you can compare it, because I've been to Universal in Florida and yeah, in Florida, and it's just night and day difference, that's for sure.
Excellent. So, Magic, if you wouldn't mind, is there some collectibles that you would like to kind of show us that are some of your favorites and why? You
Did
know, we
I
want to know those sentimental reasons as well.
did I
So,
send you the picture of my couch before? And I know I messaged you, but did I send you the picture?
I don't
Oh,
believe so.
okay. So I'm literally being bombarded with a lot of stuff, so I'm sure we can't share it all. But I was, getting all these things, and then I was getting really like, this is where I know I'm such a nerd because I'm getting these things out. I'm like, oh, but then I need this, and I need this. Oh my gosh, I forgot I have this. And then I look at this couch and I'm like, yeah, I have a problem. What's funny is I've never, yeah, I've collected things along the way that I like or that are meaningful to me, or for whatever reasons I've collected, but I've never really like thought of myself as that avid as of a Disney collector because um I think of people that get like historical pieces or spend a lot of money on a certain item, and mine's just a bunch of stuff. But yeah, no, I'm a full-blown Disney collecting addict now that I realize.
Well, the first step is admitting it, Magic.
Yeah,
So you've admitted
I
it.
admit it. I admit it.
My name is
But
VeVe Magic. I have a problem.
these things, I look at each of them and they make me smile. It's just stuff, right? It's literally just items. If the house burned down, I would be okay. Like I would survive. But they're sort of notes, mental notes of memories and reminders of what makes me happy. And that's why I love my collection, is it just, reminds me of the things that bring me joy, and going to the parks and spending time with my babies and my friends and my family at the parks brings me tremendous joy. So I guess they're just little things of reminders, but I also love every single piece. I'm obsessed.
Fair enough.
um so, something that I've not shared that much with people is my 33 collection. So I could kind of go into
Oh,
that. I
yeah.
did get I've got one of my jerseys. I have many jerseys. I've collected basically anything and everything. 33. I have a blanket. I've got two bags. I've got jackets, jewelry. Every time I'm there, I'm just like, hang on tight, bank account. Hang on tight. Alive. So I'll show some of these things. So I have lots of hats that are Club
Okay.
33. This was actually the first one I ever got,
Nice.
but
Oh, I
yes,
like that.
this is for Emerald Anniversary. Um, these all of the 33 pieces are meaningful to me because and why I do kind of go crazy above and beyond when I'm there is there's a very small amount of people in the world that can collect this stuff. And while I do it just because I love it, there is also intrinsic value there. Like you can't go to a website. You have to literally have been either with a Club 33 member or invited as a guest to go to the restaurant. But that's the only way you're going to get this merchandise. So yeah, I just go ham every time I'm there.
Now, question.
Yeah.
As far as Club 33, how many times have you been there, like pretty often, and have you visited different ones?
I have been there probably about half a dozen times. Ironically, I've actually never dined in the restaurant. I've gone with members, so I've gone to the lounge side, which you can only go in if you were with a member. I've also been to 1901, which is in California Adventure. Um, I have not been to Florida yet, but that is on the list because I do. They're different memberships, right? But I do have a friend that is a member over in Florida, and so the next time I go, that's something that we're looking to do. So that's cool. Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Fair enough. Fair
So
enough.
I'm just having a quick look at the D23 logo that's on VeVe. I assume you've got one of those. I'm just seeing who owns the either the 23 or the 1923 out of interest.
Mhm. Yeah, that'd be good to know. That's a good one.
I
That's
think
a
it should
good
go.
one.
That's,
Yeah. Yeah. I
that's a
think it
good
should
one.
go to you, Magic. I think you should
Oh,
own that. Just saying. Just saying. Tossing that out
it's
there.
all right. I'm not like I think mint numbers are super, super cool, but it's not like for me, and my priority is to have, if there's a piece I like, to have the piece. And if I
I
can't,
hear it.
I don't necessarily need to pay the premium, but I have massive respect for mint hunters. I think like it's
Well,
just,
I think the person that owns the 1923 on the non-premium one, they've only got two collectibles, so they've probably got it on a promo, and they might not even know what they've got.
yeah, that's
Ah,
crazy.
oh, well. Oh, God. Well, hopefully they do not floor that. So, but so Magic, what else would you like to share with us? Now, question for you. Do you ever
Mhm.
try to, are there any items that have a digital counterpart that VeVe has that you try to match or no?
Yes. And oh, I meant to get some I meant to get some other things and I forgot to grab them. But yeah, I've collected a lot of things. I'll go into Steamboat Willie. Um, I've collected Funkos of Steamboat Willie, and this is a Hot Wheels little vehicle. Somebody actually in the community helped me get these. I thought they were like really cute, and I wanted like anything that matched. What else do I have? This is a Magic Band, limited edition, and it was for the Disney 100, and it's a Steamboat Willie Magic Band. And I'm
Ooh.
clearly keeping it in the box, not using it. Does it say? It should say how many editions there are too. 4,300. Yeah.
Wow.
So, and it's really cool. I like it. And for those people that don't know, a Magic Band, it's like basically like a watch. Obviously, it doesn't tell time, but it interacts with the park. So this can act as they have more quote unquote utility for it in Florida than they do here. Although I think that we will get there here to this point in California. But you can use this as your room key to your hotel if you're staying on property. This you scan it to make any purchases at the park. This is your key to get in the park as well, your ticket. Certain shows, there's a ring here that has a light, and it will like mirror the lights going on in the show. So yeah, they're really cool pieces. And yeah, I love that. I have a Lego set that's Steamboat Willie. I have a physical, actual statue that's Steamboat Willie. I have a mini as well. And I did also, if I can find it, I got a pin that was a Disney 100 pin. Here we go. This is it. Yeah. I got like a Steamboat Willie pin. So yeah, just little things that I collect along the way.
It's really the piece that you've got there that you can interact actually at the park like that. That I find very innovative. I like that sort of thing. Again, it
Yeah.
it could probably be a bit bullish thinking what you can do exactly the same with like the NFT side of it as well. But the fact that they've put that layer of thought in, I suppose I'm guessing from a collector standpoint and a huge Disney fan, it just probably demonstrates the reward aspect, I guess.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, I would love it if we could get to a point where um, this kind of stuff could interact with digital collectibles and stuff. I think it would be really cool. You cannot, I think, as well. So I have these, but I don't use them because I collect them. But a lot of people wear them, and I think there's some sort of like there's some interactivity that you can do while you're at the parks as well, with like games and stuff. So I'm like, it's there, like
Yeah.
it could happen. Like it's not out of the idea of reality. Like it's definitely feasible. But yeah, we're just not there yet. But I do have a couple of Magic Bands that are also Club 33 limited release. I have that one, and then I also have this one as well. No, it actually matches my shirt I have on today.
Wow.
And yeah, this is 1,080 editions.
So now I have to ask, does your bank account look at you and go, not another Disney item, Miss Magic? Because it seems like you have quite a bit, and I know that you're constantly buying. So
Yeah, so the last time I actually went to 33 was for my friend's birthday, and it was sort of a double well, actually, oh man, that day was expensive. It was a triple whammy because, um, we went to 33 and I bought stuff there. We went to 1901 and I bought stuff there, and we were on a VIP tour, and that has its own selective merchandise that you can choose to purchase, and I did that too. So yeah,
no,
that day
no,
hurt.
no, I do have a question for you. So, like, for a person that has not gone to the parks and that, what would be kind of like your recommendation? Like, do you recommend a VIP tour? What are some thoughts around that
I
type
mean,
of stuff?
that totally depends on your pocketbook, honestly. Like, a VIP tour is really, really expensive, but it's very cool. Like, you have a guide, and they help arrange, like, any dining reservations you wanna do. They literally take you from ride to ride. You get to basically skip the lines, like, if it's a ride that has a fast pass, you just go through the fast pass line with everybody else, but you don't have to have that. You're not paying extra for that. you're on the Disneyland side, not all of that was built, because it's so old with ADA, like, handicap access. So some of those
Gotcha.
rides, they don't have fast pass lines, and they also don't have like the ADA lines. So for those situations, when you have somebody who needs physical help, is in a wheelchair, they will go through the exit. So in those cases, a VIP tour will also take you through the exit. Um, and you get priority seating for like parades or the fireworks. And like there, if you some of the guides are amazing. Like they go and get you lunch, or they get you Starbucks or whatever at the parks for you while you're like on a ride, and get you a place to sit with your group for lunch. And it's just a really nice experience. And like for if somebody like is not used to that, like it's like, wow, like this is special. Like it's a very special day. But again, that's not for everybody in the world. Um so outside of that, like I always tell people, like, feel free to reach out to me. Like if you want to go to the parks and you're kind of like looking for tips and stuff, I'm happy to share. Like there's definitely little hacks and things you can do to like make your day smoother, or just really kind of like elevate your experience. But there's no wrong way to do Disney. I will say that.
Yeah. Well, and
It's
like you said, even though some of these things, if you go there and spend and get some of these items, I suppose like they're all mementos, aren't they? Like you
Yes.
said, and it's the same whether it's digital or physical. If it's something that's very meaningful, I think it's the money is one thing, but set that aside, there is definitely the
The
meaning to it.
memories. Yeah, and that's true with a lot of my digital collection too. Like a lot of the things that I have on the app, like the hearts with the flags for going to certain events, Portugal and all these different places. Like those, when I look at those, they remind me of being at that event, and the time I had there, and sharing experiences. So those are things that, like, maybe they're not valuable, but to me they are, because it's a reminder of time spent with people I care about.
Yeah, yeah. We had again video Shane was saying yesterday, and I think there's when it comes to Memento and the memory side, his children had purchased him for Christmas a partner statue, or a VeVe NFT partner statue. So he's got a big moral dilemma if that ever goes into 6 or 7 figures. But
Yeah,
again, just thought it was incredibly
I mean,
cool.
he's gonna have to have a talk with his family.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
and by the way, Magic, he shouted you out, as he
Oh,
said that he's met with you, him and his wife, and that. So and had the opportunity to connect, and you have done such an awesome job. I know that we kind of had like a group where we were trying to plan to go to Disney, and you're coordinating all of these events for VV. So how has it been? Because not only were you're part of the VV Gold and Silver Logo Group, shout out to VV, but now you're actually planning the events and seeing behind the curtain and all the work that goes into it. How has that changed your perspective of just like how the company operates, and then also how you view the company?
yeah, so I would say it's 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 I always wanted to know, right? Like I was here for 4 years before entering the company, so I always was curious to know what it's like. And I think the best way I can put it is that I just grew even more. I knew there's some talented people on this team, but seeing them at work and what they do, granted, we're all, remote, but we have our meetings and stuff. And seeing everybody with their like full blown business hat on, I just have so much more admiration and respect. And um, I'm just so proud of the team that has been put together, because there's tremendous talent, but especially with the people who have been hired from the community, it's passion, which is exactly what I feel like, our co-founders wanted. Like, they're very passionate about this, and they've hired people who are equally as passionate, and just seeing all that together working as a unit has been amazing. Yeah, we just have some really, really talented people, on this team, and they work tirelessly. So, yeah.
Absolutely. And for all the collectors out there, if you have not been to a VV event, You have to make it to one. I was fortunate last year that my first one was New York Comic Con, and to go to that event with my wife as well. Shout out to Max and Janie, because Janie was so beautiful and dressed up, and Max is always working as well. So, you know,
So
didn't get a chance.
fly. That's like VeVe #1 couple right there. They're so fly.
The VeVe first couple. So, you know, and then, you know, getting a chance to meet you, but then also just being in the presence, you know, meeting Al Khan and Mr. Hulk 181. And there's just so many different people that it's like you see them on Twitter. And I think even VeVe, when we met, it's like, you know, you're kind of like in the space of, you know, do I tell them my name or do I tell them my Twitter handle or, you know, my VeVe account name? Because it's kind of weird, right? It's like they're not going to know me as Montel. You know, it was such a great time. And then for me, I would say New York Comic Con was great, but man, DCon was like, it was really awesome. To
It
be
was
at the
fun.
party really late. You did a phenomenal job with that, Magic. Just to let
Thank
you
you.
know,
Thank
you and the team. It was very inviting. My wife is actually going to come this year to DCon. She didn't come with me last year. She just went to New York Comic Con, but she was like, "Yeah, I'm definitely coming this year." But it was just one of those experiences that, you know, is we talk about it all the time. I think that some people don't really understand collecting, right, or understand the connections that you make with it, because now you know, we talk about this time and time again on the streams. It's like you meet these people and they become your family, you
you.
know, and you know, people from all over the world and from different backgrounds, and to share in experiences and nostalgia, you know, because you know what makes that Mickey important to you is different from what that makes that Mickey important to me, right?
Mhm.
Because for me, Fantasia Mickey is it. So you're gonna laugh because I'm gonna tell my age. Oh God, I don't want to say this. But I remember my first movie that I went to see was at the library, and it was Fantasia. And I remember sitting in the basement at the library watching
Aw.
Fantasia, and they had the little popcorn machine. So like I'm a huge Fantasia fan, you know. So out of all of the Mickeys, that's my favorite one.
Like
So
he's the goat. I mean, I will say, like, without other, you know, obviously I like the first appearance of Mickey, but like Sorcerer Mickey takes the cake. I was actually, I wish I could show it to you, but I took it. I have this jacket that I bought, and I've gotten so many compliments on it, and it has this huge blown up Sorcerer Mickey on the back, and I'm obsessed. I'm like, I can't put this in the dryer; it has to air dry. But I have so much Sorcerer Mickey stuff. Like, I will agree. Like, he's the goat. He's the goat.
Yeah, I'm going to share my age as well, because the first movie I ever see was Fantasia as well. So we
Really?
were in
Wow.
that fan club. Yeah, so I'm
Did you
intrigued that
guys
when it,
like the movie though?
uh, I loved it. Yeah, I still
See,
do.
for me, I've never enjoyed that film, and I don't know what it is.
I, for me, it's probably the nostalgic element.
yeah,
I
Yeah.
don't know if
yeah.
my daughters are probably not massive in it. They're more Lilo and Stitch. They're three young daughters, and that's their thing at the moment. But yeah, the Fantasia, I think, very iconic.
Yeah. And you know, even though I am a grown man with grown children and grandchildren, like I watch cartoons constantly. Like and I love, you know,
Nothing wrong with that.
Elsa. Nothing wrong with it, right? Absolutely love it. And my wife laughs at me because like we'll have the grandkids over and they'll leave and I'm still watching. She's like, "Why are you still watching? She want to change the channel?" Like, no, I'm into it now. Let's just leave it on.
Ah, do you know, if you want to go cartoons, I found it about a year ago. I don't know why it never ventured over here, but the Karate Kid cartoon. It
I didn't
is,
even know there was one.
I
it's on
there was
YouTube. So it
Mhm.
must be late 80s, I would say. It is amazing.
fair enough. Fair enough. Well, Magic, let's kind of go through some of the collectibles that you sent over. And if you wouldn't mind, just kind of sharing with us, you know, what makes this collectible special to you or what you like about it. So we'll start off. So obviously I'm going to change it because we got to start off with the partners. So bear with me as I get that pulled up. You kind of shared with us already, but
I'm
and I think
intrigued
for
when
everyone.
it comes to partners. And maybe you'll answer a question quite easily off of what you own, but I'm intrigued to know if you could pick any mint for the partners, other than say edition #1, what you would actually go for.
That's actually a good question.
That's a great question. Shoot, that's hard for me. It would either be probably 1901, because if Walt Disney had not been born, we wouldn't have Disney, the company. Or probably 1923 when the company was brought to life. Those would
Charlotte, Tina, and
probably,
Rudy.
yeah. Oh God, amazing for them. Those would probably be my top choices, followed very closely by 1955 when Disneyland was opened. And
Shout out to
it's
being
hard,
involved.
right? Because you could argue, like, would the Disney company be as big as it is had he never opened a theme park and then grew exponentially into merchandising and travel and all these other things? Like, if he had just kept it films, would it have been as special or important? So that's why I'm like, I don't want to, like, you know, poop on 1955 either, because maybe that's what took Disney to the next level of this company being like unstoppable. Like, we can create whatever we want to create. Like, who does that? Who makes a movie and then goes, I think I'll open a theme park too? Like,
Yeah.
it's wild.
Well, we've got this segment on the show. I think it's becoming a general theme where I give Montel the perfect segue into his mint number, which never gets tiresome. So I'll let you, Montel, explain what you've got.
Well, VeVe Magic actually helped me make the decision on buying that mint, to be honest
Wow,
with
okay.
you. So she was very involved in me purchasing that 1971 mint, and really going after it. So, because I was really making the decision between I think it was 2021 mint when they released Golden Moments. So I was like between that, and then it was like there was a big significant difference in regards to price, but it was
Mhm.
like, which one was going to be more significant, and then ended up making the choice to go with the 1971. And that
Congrats.
is, yeah, thank you, thanks to you, Magic. I really appreciate you. But for me, like, I look forward to going to Disney World and putting that partner statue in the park next to that's like my thing, what I want to
And
do. So
nobody else on this planet of millions of people that visit that park every year can ever say that they have a mid-1971 digital like counterpart of the partner statue. Like, that's crazy.
yeah, so super excited about that. But I got to go back to Fantasia just for 1 second. Only reason being is we're talking about physicals and digital pieces. And obviously, I went to Decon and I bought that Disney box that
Mm.
had the pin in that. And what ended up, sorry, I didn't know what was going on in my house. It was just random noises. So what I ended up doing is the pin, I got the 111. So then I had to go and search for the mint 111 digital counterpart. So I ended up getting it. So
Oh,
as a
brilliant.
printer, I have the obviously the physical and the digital piece of it. But I love the hunt. I was excited, and as I said, I was a huge Fantasia fan. But on to the next one, Miss Magic, which obviously we already know how important this piece is to Disney, and kind of sharing a little bit of background for you in regards to your Steamboat Willie here. So, like, for this piece now, did you buy this off the market, or did you buy it in the store, or what was?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the drop, and I don't remember. I don't think I got anything off that drop. I think I was completely cooked. Um, but I remember it being a situation where I'm like, I'm not making the partner statue mistake again. Granted, of course, I didn't know where we would be now with prices, but I was like, I'm going to buy it. Because this for me is just a massive piece of history that, along with partner statues, that I just needed to have in my collection. Like, it's iconic. It's, yeah, I just had to have it. But I was
Fair
not fortunate
enough.
enough to get it on drop.
Now, is this any special type of mint for you, or is this just one that you just
No,
picked up?
honestly, there are very, very few special mints in my collection, very few. Most of them are just, it was, if there's, a little bit of a price difference in the market, and it's a lower mint, I'll go for that, but there are very few times where I, like, truly mint hunt something.
Okay, fair
I
enough.
did
Fair
I did
enough.
notice you had and I'm sure you noticed you've got the 23 mint on Flounder.
Yes. Yes.
Very cool.
That was a good score. That was a good, mint grab for sure.
Now,
Oh,
Magic,
okay.
you have one of my favorites. So this is one
I
of
knew
my
you would
favorites,
like this
obviously.
one. I knew you would like this one. So, yeah, I was just going through certain things in my collection that either, mean something to me as a collector or just my favorite collectibles on the app. And, ah, man, for me, that collectible is the best animated collectible on the app. I just really, really love it. It is my favorite. I always love, like, putting, like, that, in AR to show people or to take, like, my own, content and stuff. Like, it's always my favorite go-to for an animated collectible. I love it.
Yeah, you know what? It's funny. So nostalgia tied to things, right? I remember when this dropped. So when Stan Lee dropped, we were in DR, and then
Mm.
this dropped, we were literally in the line at TSA to fly back home. And I was like, "Babe, hopefully we got signal because I gotta get it." So
Aw.
I did not get it on drop, but I did buy it in the aftermarket. But yes, it is definitely my favorite one that I one of my favorite ones that I hold.
It's just
Uh,
so clean. It's so clean. I love it. I do actually have a physical collectible. So I love that VeVe has this partnership with Agoro now. You guys don't understand. I've been an Agoro collector for quite some time already. Like this is Agoro.
really?
This is Iron Man.
Oh,
Oh,
magic. You
brilliant.
know what? It's funny you said that because I've been on there looking. Ever since I got the Spider-Man from the event, I'm like, I need an Iron Man one. So yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I
Oh,
love their product, and also the thing about their product that I love so much is it's mixing fandom with something that's actually does already have value. Like,
yeah,
it's silver, so
absolutely.
there's not really, yeah, maybe you're paying a premium for the licensing and having these designs and stuff, but you're still buying something that's intrinsically valuable. So it's like a win-win.
Yes, 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 yes. And obviously we have Kevin
Yes,
as
Kevin. I
so
love
what are your thoughts on Kevin? So when Kevin came out, you're like, he's gonna be the next Donnie. I remember that, right? And I did buy like two Kevins. But this is one I really enjoy up. But the detail on this one I really love. But kind of share with us why this one is one of your picks.
For me, I loved that drop. It was Up is one of my like all-time favorite movies. It's one that I will very rarely watch because it's like it cuts deep. But I just think it's a beautiful, beautiful film. And I love that, Kevin's sort of like the comedic element involved with it, but I just think she's so cute. And this one was also meaningful for me because I was at Disneyland when I hit this drop, and
Mhm.
I remember like, ah, Disney gods bless me. I'm in my room and I hit it was a blind box and I was like, oh my god. Oh my god. And so, like, it just that memory is cemented, right? Like, you just sort of like you got that at Disneyland. I did the same with, our first Stitch drop. I got the secret rare, at the Grand Californian, at breakfast that morning. Like, so it just, like, means something to me when, like, I'm at my happy place and I'm getting a Disney collectible and I hit the secret rare. You're just like, "Oh, man, that feels good."
Yeah, I do, and obviously, so not to tag my age, 82 is my birth year, so absolutely love that. By the way, just FYI. But now this next one, I kind of want you to tell a little bit of background of where this one actually came from, as far as who chose the mint size for this one, because it's a special one. This is a special one to the VV community, and for those that don't know, Silicon Secure, one of the greatest VV people that we've been privileged to have in our community. He is VV Magic's brother-in-law, or was VV Magic's brother-in-law, and he was a huge Todd Batman fan. So, Magic, if you wouldn't mind telling those who don't know about Sil a little bit
Yeah.
about Sil and what he was and the importance to him as well, because we know that as well. So I will turn the mic over to you on why this piece is important.
Yeah, so again, like Sil was the one that got me into the app, and I just remember him saying like there was definitely already stuff there available to purchase, but he was like, if you don't do anything else, just buy a Todd Batman from the store. And we're like, why? And he's like, because this is the first. This is the first digital collectible. He's like, forget all the rest of the stuff. This one's more expensive. You know, the Rizzo's more expensive. The Harley Quinn's more expensive, blah, blah, blah. But like, this is what matters. This is historical. And gosh, how many did he have at one point? I can't even remember. He bought like, I want to say 50 or more just from the store.
The
Probably more
store
than
was
that.
in actually the store, so not marketplace. You got from the
Actually,
store.
the store. So,
Wow.
and yeah, so he saw before anybody else did. Like he was the one that educated people on stacking. Like he was in the store stacking. And then even after that, when the market was broken or not available yet, but you had transfers, he was buying them off eBay. And he was just buying, 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 buying. Um, and then he, you know, he got heavily into stacking different pieces that meant something to him, or that he, you know, for whatever reason he saw the value, such as the partner statue, and um, gosh, who knows how many different items he had stacked. But yeah, he was just he kind of got the nickname the Todd Father because he owned more Todds than anybody else. His artist is Todd McFarlane, but yeah, he that's where the history of that came from. And then people didn't know at the time, but he had already been diagnosed and was sick. And the last event that he went to was Designer Con Anaheim in, was it 23, 22? I'm so bad with dates. Um, and I planned a day to go to the parks, and I really was like, I wanted to share my happy place with everybody else. I wanted to have this Disney day. And so we had, gosh, a big group of us. There was probably somewhere between 20 or 30 people, and people would go off and do their own things. I said, I had asked David and Dan, or one of them, like, hey, if possible, could we just like have a lunch together though? Like, I'd like to take you guys to a nice spot and just like have some you know, appetizers and just kind of take a beat for a minute, you know, midday. And so it was them and Dan's wife and another person in the company, Sanjay and Sil. And we sat there, you know, and had just a really pleasant time, just talking, you know, like about our passions and the app and all those things. And I don't, who was it? I think it must have been Dan that was like, we have this piece coming out and we need to determine, it feels like this would have been a Dan thing, and we need to determine the mint size and the mint run and blah, blah, blah. And like, so what do you think? I want to get your you know, like your feedback. Like, what do you think this should be? And so Still said, I think it should be this cost, and I think there should be this many additions. And the company went with it. And I just thought that was really, really special because, you know, people didn't know what was going, not everybody, some people did, but not everybody knew what was going on in the background. And so this piece is very special to me, that, you know, he was valued and he was seen and he was respected by the founders of this company. And he was honored with the privilege of making this kind of decision for them. And I just thought it was a really beautiful moment. So it's a very special piece to me.
Excellent. Thank you for sharing, Magic. I know it's
Yeah.
you know, obviously it's a you know, an emotional thing because I know how close you guys were. And now your next pieces, because I'm going to jump into your next pieces, and I feel like they have kind of like a double whammy to it. One being the mint, and why is the mint important to you? And you know what I'm talking about.
Yes. So while we're still on this train of thought, I feel like Sil was also one of the first people to really put mint numbers out there. that was something that I got known for when it comes to Disney, was knowing all these Disney mint numbers, but I feel like he was out there doing that kind of stuff first, and other people obviously as well. Plenty of people have discussed collecting special mints, because at first we were just collecting stuff. Like, we didn't know what we were doing, right? And then when you realize these are limited edition pieces and there is a serial number attached to them, like, what is the significance? What is the importance of that? What is that due to the value of your specific piece versus the other 4,000 in circulation? Does that mean that it's worth something more? And so uh, when this collectible came out, I had to have, so his favorite mint was 888, which is in Chinese culture a lucky number. And he had a lot of those collectibles and just loved that mint number. And I have the first tattoo that I ever got in life was 888 on my ankle for him. And so this collectible didn't have an 888, so I had to mint match the next best. Definitely paid a premium for it, but it was worth it, and that was the 88. And the reason I had to do it was because if not for him, this collectible would never exist, and I will always respect and honor and love my roots, because there's a lot of people that help us get through life. We don't all, none of us do this on our own. It's the people that show us love, that mentor us, that inspire us, that push us. And that has been him for my journey in this community and in this company.
That is, and thank you for sharing, Magic, because we know how important this is to you. But then also there's a secondary piece to this. When did this collectible drop, Magic?
Oh, you gave me chills. This collectible dropped exactly a year ago today.
So congratulations on the first VeVe Magic collectible that dropped. And what I wanted to tell you is obviously my space is sponsored by DGC. So they, obviously they do the grading for the different collectibles. And what they did is since this was such a special one for you, and us not only for the 1 year anniversary and also the mint number for Sil, they went ahead and had both of those graded for you. So you will get the graded copies, or these clear label copies, because it's significant, but it has a different significance than just a mint tied to like a significant year or something like that. So they made it a clear label. And Daniel, I'll kind of let you explain it because you do it so much better than I do when it comes to the grading side.
I've already said to you, I can't talk about DGC. I'm not someone that can self-promote. I hate it. But no, Montel said we have to do this, which is obviously an absolute pleasure. So yeah, we put it in our clear label, which removes the grade, but then you can actually, if you wanted to, or someone wanted to, they can actually do a story tell of the piece, and that can be on like an editorial. So yeah, so these were the two which we graded as a pairing, being they're both 88 and both matched. So outstanding
wow.
pieces.
So we
Thank you,
wanted
guys.
so we wanted to thank you for coming on, but then also to say thank you for just being you, Magic. I mean, you've been such a positive light in this community. You continue to be so. You're always smiling. I know it is. You've talked multiple times about how you don't like to get up and talk and how shy you are and things of that nature. But you continue to show up and do it and go to these events, and the events would not be what they are without having that love and that passion that you give them. So we just wanted to give you a little token of our appreciation, and to let you know how much we appreciate you. But then also, I wanted to make sure that we talked about Sil, because he's such an important part of everyone's journey that has been part of the VeVe fam. So I was trying to put together something for you that had like a little video with you and him in it, but I could not get it before we jumped on stream. So, but once again, I just want to say thank you, and we appreciate everything that you do, Magic.
But you're probably aware of this, and I'm sure Silicon would have definitely been aware of this. But with the Todd McFarlane, that was on Batman 423, which was in 1988. So the 88 obviously is very meaningful from that point of view as well. I was just checking. I didn't know if it was August 88, but it was September. But it was going to be there or thereabouts. But yeah, I think that adds another cool dynamic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, thank you guys so much. I really, really appreciate that. That's beautiful.
Absolutely, absolutely. So now, Miss Magic, what we would like to do now is, we're just going to kind of do some rapid fire questions. Okay. First thing that comes to mind. All right.
Oh
And
God, I'm
then
so
we'll
bad
just
on the spot, you guys.
kind there is no wrong answers. Okay. So we will just go. We're only going to just have a few of them. But so first question is, what was your first collectible on VeVe?
Um, so I started my account a little bit later, so I'm trying to remember what drop I went for first. And I think it may have been it was either gosh, I've looked this up before too. You guys, I actually went through every single transaction in my history, scrolled for like a solid hour to find the first purchase. Um, I want to say it was either those little guys, the little like the Loch Ness monster. What are those called? The
Oh,
chupacabra. Do you know what I'm talking about?
oh,
I know
I know
exactly.
exactly what you're talking about. Why can't I think of it though? I know what you're talking
I'm
about though.
blanking.
Because we waited
Yeah,
so
I
long
know.
for the midnight chupacabra one.
Yes, it was either that, I feel like, or a Tokidoki drop. I can't believe I don't remember this at this point because I've searched it like twice and I always forget. But I think the first collectible that I did was a drop. I went through a drop. And it was I remember those ones all like kind of in the same time frame. There was those ones and the Tokidoki and Kripkins.
There we
Thank you.
go.
Emoji.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Shout out to Emoji. Been in the chat the whole time.
Um, or and then what was another one that I went? I remember being at Disney World for the DeLorean drop, and that being like, I don't even remember if I got one on the drop or if it was so glitchy that I didn't. I don't remember. But yeah, it's been a while. It's hard to
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So DeLorean was my first. And Daniel, what was your first?
Marty's hoverboard.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right. So yes, yes, yes. So next one is favorite collectible on VeVe outside of partners.
Ooh, outside of partners. Thing is, I have favorites for different reasons. But I'll probably go gold and silver logo because that's very meaningful to me as well.
Okay. What's your favorite physical item?
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm making you think, right?
um, shoot, that's really hard. But I'm probably always gonna stick with the picture I have that has Walt Disney's signature on it of him. It's a picture of him with, and I have it. I used to be always my background when I do videos. That was a gift, and that I mean, I, that just feels it's very meaningful, very important, and I feel like it sort of is a piece that also really like took my collecting to like the next realm. So yeah, just because of the journey, I feel like that one's probably one of my top pieces.
Okay. And my last one to you is your most memorable VeVe moment.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'm throwing you tough ones, Magic. I can't give you the easy
You
ones.
guys are mean. This is not fair.
The answer Montel wants is that he's been on this stream. I think he's fishing for that answer.
Oh, that's so hard for me because there have been so many different moments and different moments of importance for different reasons. First event, Disneyland, first time out of the country, first time to a foreign Disney park, first time um, getting my logo, getting the job. Like it's crazy.
See, and there's no wrong answer, and all of those answers are phenomenal. And I'm glad that you just kind of like just shot through a little bit of each of them. So
Yeah.
my most memorable moment for you is when you did the interview with David Yu. Like I remember
Mhm.
that. So
Yeah,
what was
that
that
was
like
oh
for you?
my god, I'm
Because
shaking in my boots for that one.
that was before you joined the team. right?
Oh,
But
way
you
before, years before. And it's funny because I still had put me in contact with him. And I emailed him and said, "Hey, you don't know anything about me, but I was wondering if I could have a chat with you about Disney and on my channel." And he was like, "Sure, I'd love to." But then it wasn't even scheduled yet, I don't recall, but I went to that first event where it was the first time that they met with the company. It was in, the parking lot of a designer con store. And I remember being so nervous, like literally standing in a line to wait to meet them. And I was wearing a VeVe shirt. It was the ACDC shirt that Smells Fun made, Common Club Apparel. And I walk up as the next person to meet them, and both David and Dan are like, "Hold on, where did you get this shirt?"
Hmm.
So I was like, so I was like already kind of like, they were like, "Who is this person?" And I was like, "It's cool, right?" And then I said, as David's like signing, I said, I don't know if you've like pieced it together, but I'm this person. And it was just, it was nice to meet you. And then yeah, I went to going to do the interview, and oh my gosh, I was so nervous. That's definitely a standout moment for sure. Um, just for impact's sake, it's not one of like my top. Like, yeah, that definitely was a moment, but there's so many other things that were just like so impactful on like my journey, and the things that have happened along the way, the people that I've met. Um, so I think I would either say that it was the first event that I went to, because I remember that person, and the person that is here now is very different. Um, so it's sort of like seeing that progression has been, I don't know, I'm proud of me. It's a lot has happened. Or just the Disney day. I mean, I had people on that trip from Germany, Vivi Meister, England, Vibesman, all
Hmm.
across the country. Like, these are people I met on the internet, and they're at the happiest place on earth with me in my happy place. Like, this is amazing. Like, best day ever, Like, that was very, very, very special for me.
awesome,
Oh, very cool.
awesome. Now, Daniel, do you have any questions for me? Because I'll do all of the talking. So, Daniel, do you have any questions for VeVe Magic?
I do actually. So I know this was, I think, a couple of years ago it come out with the images of Disney's metaverse, or how that might be interacting with other potential metaverses. Is that something that you ever speculated on, or kept in touch with at all?
No, I remember seeing those images, and I remember everybody was zooming in and like finding the partner statue in that image. And I was
Yeah.
like, I mean, I'm here for it. Like, I would love this. Um, I just sort of I would say I like digest information that people put out, and I like to kind of like know what's going on. However, I don't spend a lot of time researching myself or looking further. It was always still so that's for me. So I don't do a lot of that myself. But I will say that I'm interested to see where things go with this, because um, you know, Disney is always moving forward and looking at future tech and being interested in different things that are going on. Um, and we see that constantly. Also, I think the new CEO that's coming in feels very accepting and embracing of these of new technologies. So I'm really excited to see where he takes the company, and if there's gonna be something, if he's gonna do something that we've kind of not seen before, and embrace things that, might be, new or uncomfortable. But
Mhm.
I like this guy's leadership, so I'm really anxious to see what he does with, being in this role.
Hmm. Okay. And on the Vivi side, is there any Disney drop or Disney character we've not had yet that you are waiting patiently for?
Um, yeah, I'm, like, looking around my room right now. Uh,
Because we've got
I
lots, haven't we? There's lots,
Yeah,
hopefully,
we've
to
had
come.
lots. I would like love personally a lot of the more princesses. Like it'd be so cute to just be able to have a whole collection of all my favorite Disney princesses. I'm looking at one of my favorite pieces that is above my headboard. I would love Disney horses, and that's just me being selfishly, I love horses. So above my head is Rapunzel with Maximus. But I have a Dooney and Burke purse that has all sorts of Disney horses on them. Like there's tons of Disney horses, so I would need them all. And what's funny is we had that secret drop for the Chinese New Year, and I'm like, finally we have horses.
Fair enough. Which one did you get, Magic? I know you had to go for it.
Yeah, I pulled the lever 3 times. So I got the common or uncommon, whatever the lower tier one is, and then I bought a UR on the market because I wanted both of them. I like them. I think they're so cute.
Yes, fair enough. Fair enough. I'm sorry, Callie. Go right ahead.
Oh no, that was it. That was my question.
Okay. Now, Magic, is there any questions that you feel we should have asked you that we did not go over that you wanna chat about? And everyone, just shout out. Make sure you tune in to the Oasis with VeVe Magic, with Emoji, with Max and Janie. It is always a great time. It is late for me, Magic. So usually I will tune in and then fall asleep, and then O'Milly will say, "You should get up into space," and I'm like, "Dude, I'm like sleep." But sorry, go right ahead. Is there anything that we should chat with you about that we didn't mention just yet?
I mean, no, I never look at anything like that. I feel like the conversation has been wonderful, really engaging, really enjoyable. So I mean, I can't think of like, oh, you should ask me this, like because it was great. I really enjoyed it. It's wild that I still have like 50 other things here. Oh my
Well, hey, let's take a quick look really quick before we jump off.
I could run through a few things. But speaking of Disney horses, oh my glare, because I do have a ring light, Kelly Comics. The ring light is where it's at.
Okay, right. We need to talk after. I need some advice.
The Headless Horseman, I don't know why. I'm just obsessed. Steph actually got this for me. It's a fig pin of the Headless Horseman. I also got this. It was one of the things I wanted to bring over from D23, a pin, and it was selling for like over $500 on eBay.
Jeez.
And I was like, I'm not selling it. Nope. I'm keeping that. So, yeah, need that Disney horse for sure. Oh gosh.
There's a lot we can see.
Yeah. I have medallion book. I guess this could be one of my entries into doing the coin collecting. And these are just coins throughout the park, but these were special to me because they're Disney 100. So I collected every single medallion throughout both California Adventure, Disneyland, as well as hotels and gift shops. And let me tell you, it was a lot of work. This was expensive, but a lot of work. I think I have 2 or 3 books of these. Yeah, that was a labor of love. And then gosh, I have so much stuff. It's crazy. I collect a lot of I already have a collection of ears, but I get 33 ears. So these are Tiki Room ears. This one is for Cinderella's 75th anniversary, but it has a 33 in the center. I have ones that I've never even like used yet because I want them pristine. That actually matches kind of what I'm wearing. Simple black ones. I think these may have been my first ears that I got. I have a backpack that matches them. But yeah. There's a lot. Another thing that's not 33 related that I really liked collecting and I feel is very, very rare. Do you guys remember when they did the Disney Marvel crossover with the comic books? And they did like all the old comic books, but they put the Disney characters on the covers. So I first of all, I collected every single comic and I bought like 30 or 50 of each of those comic books. Just because for me, like, I wish the interiors had been different too, because the interiors are still the books, but you just have these covers. I don't know, it just felt special to me. So I went nuts. I also got all of the pins. And this was really, really hard. They sold out so quickly. And
Have
I
you
think
got there's the one on there, I think it's a secret rare, where it's the AF-15 cover, where it's Woody saving the little green alien.
I think that was the next series that they came out with. This
Yeah,
one was
okay.
for the Disney 100. So this was in 2023. So they
Oh,
did
okay,
this
right.
run of 12 books, one a month, and then they did another run of different books. And I love these crossovers. I think they're super cool. But I was able to get the entire set of these books, and it was hard. So this is a collection I'm really, really proud of, because I don't think very many people could do it.
Nice. And now, VeVe Magic, I'm going to tell you, as a child of someone who collected, so my dad was a huge antique collector. And
Hmm.
I remember that when, as we got older, and he looked at me and he said, when we die, you're going to want to dig us up and beat our butts for the amount of stuff that you guys are going to have to go through. How do you feel like, how do you think your kids are your kids into it like you are?
Well, they have no choice, because I've sort of taken over their rooms, because I collect anything and everything. I mean, who doesn't drink coffee but has over 100 Disney mugs? Make it make sense. Um, and then their rooms are overtaken with dozens of popcorn buckets, like, and just random stuff. And they've become avid pin collectors. Shout out Steph. I feel like she kind of got that developed that hunger in them, and so now they take their pins to the parks and pin trade. So they're definitely in it, but their rooms are crazy. They have so much stuff, so they're into collecting too. My son, he's into Pokemon cards, and they have some Disney cards as well. So yeah, they'll understand, because I've already developed them into collectors, so they're fine.
Well,
I've already said to my wife, if anything happens to me when it comes to VeVe, she has to call Chris Severs, Montel, or Scotchy. Said when it comes to the special mints, there's a lot of things you do not floor in now. But yeah, it makes it a bit easier, I guess.
100%, 100%. Well, VeVe Magic, we want to thank you once again for coming on stream, because we know that you are busy and you are so loved in this community. So
Oh,
it is such an honor, really, to have you on the stream, to get a chance to chat with you. For those who don't know you, even though most do, um, but also just to kind of share in your journey and the importance of some of these things. And hopefully we'll get you on another time where we can chat a little bit longer and go over some things. And I am hoping, so we were talking to Shane, and we were talking about like coordinating going over to the art gallery for Suye, for the London
mm,
Police, and we need to do something like that for Disney, like we were originally going to do. So we need to like set something up so a bunch of us collectors can go to the parks, because you are our own personal concierge tour guide of all things Disney, as you have mentioned before. So we do want to thank you. If you would not mind, would you mind sharing your socials on how people can connect with you as well, if they want to
yeah,
follow
of
you and subscribe?
course. You can follow me on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter at VeVe Magic is my handle. I did want to see if it'd be okay if I could share some alpha with you guys.
Oh, we always love Alpha. Yeah, let's go.
I've been given the green light. Firstly, with a Disney trip. Now, this isn't going to be like a full blown VV event, but I'm going to be headed to WonderCon at the end of March. So anybody that is interested in checking that out, it's kind of like it's put on by the same people as San Diego Comic Con, and it's like that, but just a smaller venue. But the Anaheim Convention Center is still a big venue. I'm going to try and see if I can get a couple of local artists that people are familiar with to come hang out with us and do a meetup. But I also really want to do a Disney day. It's like, I want to say it's like the 29th of March. So I will try to hopefully soon put out more information on that. But that's not an event where we're going to have a booth. It's just going to be us getting together and having a good time. Secondly, somebody was watching me when I was talking about this Iron Man coin here, and they said, you can drop that alpha if you want, which I didn't know. This is me learning about it now as well. A Goro Iron Man coming in April to Whatnot.
That's excitement, excitement. So you just made my day.
I have a feeling these are gonna be those, what they've been doing, those blind boxes, which are so fun. So yeah, I'll be going ham on those as well.
Ah,
Incredible.
yeah, so
Shout out Max,
Max
thank you.
and Janie, please, yeah, just know that I'm buying some. You know, if you didn't see VeVe Magic, I just bought my Iron Man helmet with the Dallas Cowboys logo. Shout out to Max.
Has Max seen that?
So yeah, you know, I showed him a picture, but
Oh,
you
yeah, I
know,
was
I
gonna
have to
say, you
pull it
gotta
out.
show him that.
So I was super excited when it came in. Originally, he was going to try to jump on stream with me, but we did not get a chance to make that.
Oh, I need to see this.
Hmm.
Ooh. Wow.
Yes, so absolutely
That
love it.
is so legit.
Is it is it heavy as well? Is it real quality?
It's no, it's not. It's really not.
Oh no, you should
But
have.
hey, Jarvis. So yeah, so
That's
I
so
was.
cool.
Yeah, so when I ordered it, and because shout out to Max, we're always rooting for the Cowboys in the comments. So when I ordered it, I'm a huge Cowboys fan. There's two things: Iron Man, Cowboys, and then if they would have had Ohio State one, because I'm originally from Ohio, I would have got that. But luckily, they had my Dallas Cowboys. So yes, absolutely.
That helmet's
So
really cool.
I am excited about that Iron Man drop. So thank you for dropping that alpha for me, making my day.
No problem.
All right, Kelly. Last words from you as well.
Yeah, just again, thank you, VeVe Magic. Obviously, this is Montel's show. I just turn up and I can be his wingman, which is fine by
It is our
me. So,
show, Kelly.
just yeah, it's great to connect and catch up. I also just want to give a quick shout out to exhibition as well, who people probably know. Big VeVe collector. He's a very silent special mint collector, but he's joined what we've now created as the California Comics roster. So he's probably for me he knows X-Men lore like no one else. It's insane the detail he knows. So he's started to write blogs for California Comics, and we put our first out today. We've got a few other members joining, and I think Montel, you're one of them, aren't you?
Yes, sir.
So just a big thank you to to Exhibition and the work he's done as well. It's been really appreciated.
Thank you, Kelly. And I will bring this up just so they can see it as we get ready to chime out. And as always, guys, we want to thank our special guest, Miss VeVe Magic. We look forward to having her on. We look forward to more events with VeVe Magic. And we just appreciate you guys tuning in, you know, chatting with us, you know, in the chats, dropping great comments, you know, Bill Garner, Emoji, Max and Janie, Masteroni. All of you guys are in the chats all the time. We appreciate the support. And last thing that I want to say is please remember, collect what you love, connect with the community around you. And we hope to see you next time. Unfortunately, we'll not have a show on Thursday because I am traveling for work, but we will have a show on Sunday. And I believe Sunday's show is a special one with our special guest, Fro and Electra, special appearance from Electra. So please make sure to like and subscribe to everyone on here. You know, drop some comments in the chats about different things that you would like to see as well. And we hope that you have a wonderful start to the week and a wonderful week. Thanks again for tuning in.